Hello, I think we are live. I think that's all working. Let's have a look. Yep, that seems to be working. Okay. Hello to my one viewer currently. Thank you for being here. It may even be me on my phone. I did lock it, my phone, so I think that should have cut off. So there may be someone here watching, but it'll be good to go. Good to see if anyone is going to stop by during the stream. I've got some music on in the background, some fantasy music, just because it's the only thing I could find that I could stream. Because there's probably going to be some periods of quietness as I'm concentrating. So I just thought it might be nice to have some background music on for me to work to and for anyone who stops by to listen to. If it gets a bit annoying, just let me know. Yeah, so just a little bit of an introduction about the project. So I am a very big fan of the Assassin's Apprentice books. Well, that's the Assassin's Apprentice is the first one. This is the first one of a trilogy, of an initial trilogy, and then it goes on to I think like 12 books in total, maybe. I have a signed illustrated copy, which I'm very proud of. I got a little note from Robin Hobb, or Megan Lindholm, she's also known. This is the kind of cover I grew up with, and I've just been captivated by these books for ages. And then I saw some work ages ago by, I always forget her name now. I'm pretty sure I follow her on Twitter. Anya Elfridge or something? Anya Jo Elfridge, here we go. Her work is amazing, and she did a while back, I don't know if it'll be on her art station. I remember seeing just years ago that she did a piece in Unreal that I just loved. Here we go. Is this it? No, I don't think that's it. Here we go, the final year project, Pinterest. I should have had this prepared, really. Yeah, she did this, these pieces. So these are sort of dioramas from the Farseer books. This is one. There's a character called the Fool. This is his room, and this is a scene from later on in the books where he's got a tent, like a magical sort of, almost like a TARDIS tent. And then there's a bit where there's a dragon garden. Again, this is very like World of Warcraft kind of style, and what I want to go for is something that's just a little bit more realistic, maybe. Just because then I can utilize mega scans and stuff. I'm not talented enough to do this like hand painted stuff, but yeah, this it's kind of amazing. I've always wanted to sort of replicate something along the lines from the books. And Chade is a very main character in the book alongside Fitz, one of the other characters. I don't want to give too much away about the story, obviously, because I would recommend people go and watch it. Read them. But yeah, I've seen these and I've always wanted to do something quite similar. When I first started getting into Blender, kind of almost a year ago now, I started to do this. This is something that I started to work on, but yeah, I just feel like I was really proud of it at the time, but my skills have increased slightly, I'd like to think, from then. And I've discovered stuff like Mega Scans and Unreal Engine. This was all done inside Blender. It's very kind of low poly, which I was trying to go for at the time because that's kind of the only style I kind of knew how to do. But yeah, I just wanted to do this project because I thought I didn't really have anything to be working on currently outside of my new job. So I had been doing little bits just to try and like bump up my portfolio, but now I can kind of do something that's a bit more of a passion project, I guess. I don't know how far this will go. I hope I'll stick at it. So I thought I'd live stream them because then it's content for the channel, and I'm also getting to work on this project. So it's not necessarily going to be a tutorial series, but I just think if I can do this like live stream process of me going through this, it'd be good for someone to look back on and kind of follow I follow my journey, and they can like try and replicate some of the steps and hopefully get little bits out of it, and I can refer people back to sort of segments of when I've done certain things in this. So yeah, this is just going to be a bit of a blockout scene in Unreal, just to try and get the room size. I have got, let me open it on this screen, on my other screen. I did start a Trello board. So I just need to swap from my work account, work Trello. Okay, I have started a Trello board for this. Just keeping a list of assets here. I wrote all these down originally. I went through the kind of the story and wrote all the assets I needed down. I can't really draw, but I did some just very rough sketches of kind of what I want some of these implements to look like. And then, what else did I do? Oh, and then my mind just ran wild. I was like, I am going to make a game, a Realm of the Elderlings Farseer game, with all of these different places and stuff. I don't think it's going to get to that stage, just because I don't have the time or the skills to make a whole game. But I did kind of roughly sketch out kind of some sizings of Chade's room as well, kind of like laid out where things are. I've done it as a rectangle, but so a little background of this is that Chade is an assassin, kind of, he's the assassin to the king, and he lives kind of this discreet life, and he lives in a tower. And from the kind of this, like, reading the story and kind of the illustrations and stuff, I still haven't got it in my head what kind of shape the tower is, whether it's a circular tower, like a square tower, if it's hexagonal. I did try my luck in tweeting Robin Hobb, and sometimes she has replied to me a couple of times on Twitter, but not about this yet, so I'm just gonna have to go by the seat of my pants. I'm thinking hexagonal, or maybe like an elongated hexagon. So I'm gonna look at some castle towers just to see if anything inside a castle tower. You never know. I mean, see, these are all kind of circular. This is the kind of hexagonal sort of thing I was going for. This is a bit of a square room. But yeah, so normally when you look at a castle, it's kind of like this, so that might be a good shape. It's kind of cuboid, but with just shorter sort of side pieces. Bookkeep castle. So Bookkeep is the name of the castle. I mean, these are kind of square. I don't know if this is an official illustration. So they're round, obviously. I think that's just someone's done that. I do have the illustrated editions of the books, but again, from the illustrations, nothing's kind of stood out that's kind of give away kind of the shape of the tower. But I think, yeah, maybe I'm going to go for cuboid, but with, I don't know, where is it? It's gone now. Which one was it? Like this kind of shape, so square, but with these kind of like beveled corners, as it were. Okay, so the first thing I do is just launch up Unreal and get a project started. The reason I'm doing this in Unreal Engine instead of Blender is I would like the option of implementing it into virtual reality. I have an Oculus Quest 2. It would be great to get it running on that, just for my, obviously not to sell or anything, just for my own benefit of seeing that, because I think it'd be cool to be there if this works and it looks good. But yeah, I'm just gonna probably shut up now and try and get started on this blockout based on the room shape. So we're going to start a new game. It's going to be blank project. I'm going to do C++ just in case I need to do code anything later on down the line. It's easier to go from a C++ to a group, and then you can still do blueprints. Apparently it gets slightly harder to go from just a blueprint based project to a C++ one, so I may as well just stick that on C++. I don't need the starter content yet. You can always add the starter content back in if I need it. I'll call this Farseer. Create project. Now, the first thing I need to do is turn off the Steam VR plugin. Because for some reason it's enabled by default, and every time I boot it up, it opens up Steam VR. It's just really annoying because it's just there taking up space. So like computer resources. Yeah, Unreal Engine isn't the fastest. I've been flip-flopping between whether I should stay with Unreal or go back to Unity. Because I did start out trying to learn Unity, then I took a break from that so I could put more effort into learning the 3D side of things. And then by that point I'd kind of forgot most of what I'd like the actual coding stuff that I'd learned in Unity. So I thought I'd try Unreal, and I do like Unreal a bit more in terms of like it's just a bit more powerful and there's a lot more like built-in functionality. But C++, man, it's very, very hard to kind of get my head around. But I am trying. Don't need that open, just, yeah. Alright, manage plugins, yeah, I know that's there. I'm not going to use it in this one. Steam VR. Disable, restart now. See what I mean? It keeps opening. Go away. I don't need this open. Alright, that's good. So the first thing I'm going to do is, in the content browser, make a maps folder. And in here, I'm just going to save this current level into the maps folder and call it Shade's Room. Should create a bit more space for myself here. Okay, so I guess the first thing is maybe I should have got the starter content. Go to the Epic Games Launcher. I just need a Mannequin, which will help me get the sizings right. I have just got the Mannequin mobile. What do I just call this? Farseer. Just add that in. Now this just means I can drag this into the scene. Get a sense of scale. Is that in? Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna add him in. So instantly you see kind of now how big this platform actually was. From kind of here it doesn't look that big, so I'll just drag that in. With the lighting, I just want to make it a little bit brighter. I don't want to focus on, I'm not going to be focusing on the lighting, just more so I can see what I'm doing. And then perspective, what is it? Lit. Uncheck game settings. What that does is that it stops that kind of auto exposure sort of thing, where if you go into somewhere if you're inside somewhere that's dark, then you go outside, it's really bright, and then it kind of fades. It just gets really annoying. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this floor and then add in a geometry box and then set this to 10 because it doesn't need to be that deep. Maybe 20 just so it's easier to sort of select the faces. And then in terms of size, oh actually I'll make sure that's it. 0, 0, 0. I'll put him at 0, 0, 0. See, with the BSP brushes, it puts the origin in the middle, which I don't particularly want. So I'll just have to move it down. There we go. Okay, in terms of sizing, then, it's got a lot to cram in. It's kind of, the way his tower is laid out is down one end is kind of like his assassin-y work area where he brews all his potions and stuff, and then at the other end it's the living quarters, and there's quite a stark like contrast between. So I think it's just, so this is centimeters, so that's 2 meters, 200 centimeters. Which way is y? So that's the y-axis. Well, I wanted it to be kind of cuboid, didn't I? Okay, let's just start with 1,000. Maybe on the x, just so it's a bit more like that. Yeah, maybe that's fine. This music's been tense. There we go. Yeah, that was way too intense. So if we go over to brush editing. See, this is where, how do you... So I want to select that edge and then bevel it. Can you bevel a BSP brush? So this is going to be a learning experience for us all. Ah, see, maybe I should have drawn a brush. Yeah, maybe I should have. I'll use this as a base. Wait, no. Stop. All right. From here to here. To here. What's that across to? Yeah, to there. And then down 3, across 2. Extrude depth, extrude 20, apply. Will this have done what I wanted to do? Yep, but that's a bit too thick. Maybe I shouldn't have hit apply, can I? Damn, I think I've lost that, haven't I? Alright, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, I'm quite new to BSPs. Maybe it would have been easier to do this in Blender, but hey, you live and learn. Alright, let's try this again. So, lit, perspective, unlock 220, and apply. I mean, yeah, that'll do, donkey. So we'll go back into here, get rid of this, bring this down to 0, and then I'm on 10, so we'll bring that down. Bring that to right orthographic mode. See, I thought I did that to 10, but I don't know why that's not snapping. Let me bring it to 5. Nah, that'll have to do. I mean, this is just a block out. I don't want to get too kind of set on doing stuff like that. Right. So now this is made, I can stretch and scale it if I need to. Okay, so I'm just gonna rename this room floor. Then this music's a little bit too. Maybe I don't want to listen to fantasy, kind of cinematic fantasy. Maybe just some calming tracks inspired by nature. That sounds about right. Okay. I'm just gonna listen to this back on my phone just to make sure that I mean, yeah, that sounds fine to me. This music's quite nice now, isn't it? Right, so now for walls. Where did my Trello board? Oh, I don't need my Trello board actually. I can stick some walls on this. If we get another box, drag this into the scene. So on the Y to the 20. So there's a secret door in the corner of his room that goes down, like down a tower into another bedroom below. So I guess we want that. I do want that in. Doing that door there. I know it's in one of the corners, so I did make a note of the passage of kind of like the introduction of his room, just so I could like refer back to it. So we enter the chamber. It is lit only by several lamps suspending from an unseen ceiling on fine chains. The chamber was large, 3 times the size of my own. on end of beckon me. So all 3 walls were draped, and then so they started towards that end. This way said my guide and relentlessly led me to the other end of the chamber. So that makes me think that the doors, the secret, like the sort of secret entrance, is like in the middle of the room, like in the middle of the wall. Okay. So yeah, I think it'll be. I think the secret door will be in the middle. Maybe like here, like in the middle of the room. I think that's probably right. So I need to pull this to there. BSPs are very difficult to work with. I think that's right. Come on. So grab the end. Ah, okay, that's why I'm trying to extrude it. That's my own fault. They're not very nice to work with, BSPs. But it's what we've got, so. I mean, as long as the walls are straight, it's not a big deal, but See, this is stretching the textures, but we're not going to texture this anyway, so. But see, this is why it's frustrating. I'm clicking the face, I see it works then. If I click the face, why is it not selecting it? I just... Yeah, you know, bring this out. Just gonna bring that out halfway and then I'm just gonna copy and flip this because I'm not doing this all the way around. In fact, can I do that on this side? If I bring that into the middle. Right, that's just not, I don't want to be doing this again. Okay. Wall piece 1. Drag this into the room blockout. I guess for this, I could scale it on the y minus 1. Oh, it'd have to be on everything minus 1. I'll put it over there. Maybe it's the X. Minus 1. Why is the origin point all the way over here? See, this is what I mean. It's not fun to work with. Although it is probably also my lack of knowledge. It's probably a really easy way to set the origin point. But if there is, I do not know it. So nothing to do with the origin over there. Flip me. Maybe I could have been using that option. Yeah, well, that's annoying. Okay, I mean, I've managed to do that. They aren't big enough in terms of height. Will changing this do anything though now, because I've tweaked them so much? Nope. Oh, I thought everything went then. Okay, because I'm not using them to build, I'm just going to stretch them up. This stretches the UV, so you can't texture them, but I'll be swapping them out with actual static meshes anyway. So that must be tall enough to have unseen chains at the top. Is this the room? Is this the size of the room? Ooh. Oh, hello. As far as a little kid at this height, you can see one side of the room. This doesn't seem big enough. I feel like it needs to be longer. Like longer in this direction. Tell you what, maybe actually it'd be better to just... I know, I should have done this sooner. I'm trying to make these complex shapes, but I could just clip stuff through each other. So we'll put that back to there. So X, we want it to be, I don't know, because we want it longer, like 1500 by 1000. So I put game settings back on. Alright. So how tall did we go for this? How wide again? So the Y is 1000. X 20, and then Z 500. Is that tall? Would that be tall enough? Should have got put on Lake because the shading was annoying. Okay, I think that might be okay actually if we. See, I want a gap for the behind the walls bit. Maybe I've made the floor bigger. drag this back out and then so this way I'll do 1500 by 20. And then bring that across. Bring that across. And then to get that kind of like the hexagonal edge, I can duplicate this, and then it doesn't need to be as long. 2 meters, 3 meters. Go into top mode, lose it, go to thingy, and then just do this by 45. If we bring it over, just so the points intersect. Boom. I don't know why I didn't do that at the start. It's so much easier. Okay, I've got a few floaty walls. I want to make sure all of these are the same Z height. Not 0, but that gives, I can bring it back up. Sorry, my fiance was talking to me about pie dishes. Okay, so bring this over, rotate this 90, and then top, focus it, bring it out, bring it up. Get both of these, copy them, rotate them. See, it was a learning experience for everyone. So I think this is a bit more realistic. I kind of want them to, I want these to be a bit taller. See, when I design these in Blender, I can make them a bit more modular. Just gonna make them a bit taller. 6 meters, is that enough for a tower? I mean, it's going to be obscured in darkness somehow. Anyway, I'll have to figure that one out, but maybe 700 for now. So there's going to be a lamp suspended, and then I guess I'll be able to put some sort of volume that just stops like a post-processing volume, or an atmospheric fog kind of thing that doesn't have any light. Just to make it dark, because then it doesn't really matter how tall they are. I'll just make it a bit more, use a bit of trickery. But then like, so we're going to need a bed at some point. So I'm thinking, how much room would that take up? And I know it's supposed to be a big bed. This is very odd. Yeah, I imagine there'd be a big poster bed up here. And it's big, so you'd want at least 2 people in it, plus extra room. That's going to take up all that. I think this room needs to be a bit longer, actually. Maybe I need to push. And another annoyance about BSPs is, see, like I can click this and then hold shift and click that and it works, but if you click a BSP and then click shift, like why is that not selecting it? It just, it's little things like this that really make me wonder sometimes about Unreal Engine. Just seems counterintuitive, but I don't know, and it's probably just because I don't know how. So I use box select to get them. I guess that's gonna have to do. Oh. Okay, what I might do is bring these out to here and bring this out to there. Is that more the right dimensions? I mean, that seems bigger. Guess that'd work. Then, so I feel like it'd be slightly more rectangular, that's the only thing. Can I make these 800? And then if we bring these back to join, bring that in, then we're going to have to make this a bit bigger on the Y. 1200. There, maybe? That could work. I'm just going to have to bring this in just to match the floor. Now the floor's not as big as I wanted it, but Okay, this seems like a bit of a better space. Don't know if a bed would be that height necessarily, but I mean, that seems fine. Let's see if I can get some dimensions of a queen size bed. Or let's just try a medieval poster bed. I mean, this kind of looks how I'd imagine it. Only £2,000. It's not too bad. King, Super King. Is there a dimensions of this? Guess any width and length. 204 by 225. 204 by 225. Bed. 204. Let's call that 205 by 225. A nice size for our two little friends. That can't be right. That's not. 204 by 225. Besides centimeters. That would be centimeters. I can't imagine that'd be inches. John Lewis. It's 160 by 200. It's 200. Which doesn't seem long enough. Well, it doesn't seem. Oh, maybe 250. I need to get these dimensions right. What does it say on the thing? It was dominated by a massive wooden bed frame, fat with feather beds and cushions, and carpets on the floor overlapping each other. I mean, this isn't. We've got two mannequins here. This is just a one-person bed. He lives kind of on his own, so it is massive, but. See, that still doesn't. I guess, yeah. I guess that's about right. Maybe it needs to be a little bit longer on the X. massive, but one end of it beckoned me. It was dominated by a massive bed frame. There's a table made of wood, and on it is a bowl of fruit. Parchment books and scrolls scattered carelessly. Okay, so this is where I need the secret door then. Just before I lose, so this was called this door could make this subtractive. Let's stick that in that. It doesn't need to be as tall, it's wide. That seems right about right for a secret door. So then I need to copy this, duplicate it, then make it additive. Call this secret door. I'm just going to set it back from the wall just slightly, just so I know it's there, I don't lose track of it. So I think the way these brushes work is this is subtractive. So I put that. See, I think it's in the order you add them. So because this was in the scene before this door, that's why it doesn't cut it. Could be wrong, but I'm just going to rename these just so I keep track. So this is the top left diagonal wall. That's northwest, actually. Northwest wall. North wall. Northeast wall. East wall. Southeast wall. See, now I don't. Would I be cutting that out still? Alright, okay. Door cut. I mean, that's still working. Yeah, so I think it's just kind of the order, not the order in here, just the order that you added them to the scene. It's like hierarchical. So bring this over. So yeah, I'd say that's the a good size for that. That's the bed. Okay, so there is a fireplace. So that's one of the defining features of this. Right, so a stone slab. Stone slab of a table dominated the different end, so the other end of the table, just down here. So because it dominates, I do think it needs to be quite big. 3 meters by 2. Bring that to the top. I honestly feel like this room might need to be a bit longer. I mean, obviously I have to bear in mind that when she was writing the book, I guess if you're writing something like this, you don't really need to know the exact dimensions of a room, so the descriptions might not actually necessarily match what fits when you're actually measuring out the room. But I guess these towers would be quite big because it's almost like the attic of the tower, and then in the tower, that tower block, I guess you could have multiple rooms below it. You think like if this went down, then you could almost have separate rooms. Considering that it was 3 times the size of his own. Let's see if there's anything on the Wikipedia of Fitz's room. There's also a door that leads to Fitz's room through a flight of winding stairs, and this is apparently across the room from the hearth. How does that make sense? chamber is divided into living room and working quarters. On one end there is a massive bed, yeah, lots of books. The walls are draped with tapestries. At the other end of the chamber is a work table made of stone with various tools. There is a rack which holds a collection of scrolls and another for poisons. The fireplace is at this side of the chamber. And there is a low table near it. With Fitz hustle and trade, there are 3 lizards in a cage in a corner. Oh yeah, chivalry sword. So I need to add this. Chivalry sword above fire. Hey look, it's artwork. Looks like someone's done what version is 4. Oh, it looks like someone's already doing this. I hadn't seen this before I'd started. I mean, this doesn't have, I don't know where it's supposed to be sex, it doesn't have the mantelpiece and the sword. So I'm thinking, okay, this might be stupid, but there's a hearth. I always thought the hearth was kind of the fire pit, but maybe a hearth and a fire are different things. Yeah, the floor of a fireplace. Fireplace that should warm this another room, gate black and cold. So I guess there's multiple fireplaces. So maybe opposite the fire, so the door's here, maybe there's a bigger sort of hearth here, and then in here you've got like a little kind of cozy, kind of like mini fire. Let's see what else we can get. Chade's tower room. That's the one I just looked at. Okay, so maybe there is a hearth down here, and then kind of like a smaller fireplace to warm this into the room, because it would be quite cold. I do feel like it needs to be a bit longer than. I'm not listening to it. Just swap it over. This room's just getting bigger and bigger. Bring it back. But now I can make this table a bit bigger. Just bring that a bit into the middle of the room. Because it's going to have lots of implements on it. It's a work table. I feel like that'd be big enough. I am all out of water, so I do need to go get another drink. So I'll be back in just a second. There we go. we go. Okay, so that's the table. Just gonna quickly give it some legs. Probably needs quite thick legs to support such a big slab. We have some middle as well. Okay, and then opposite the door then, we need the hearth. I don't really know anything about hearths. What's a hearth look like? I mean, it's pretty big. I don't think that'd have a mantelpiece necessarily, though, that's the problem. Something like this, quite nice. In terms of the size. Great. I saw a picture here, yeah, so that looks quite good. Seems more like a fireplace. I think it'd be quite big. Maybe not taller than a human. So I think this guy here is 180 centimeters. Maybe 170. And then 2 meters, 50. That seems quite big. Table top. Well, I don't want to group them together, do I? I want to create folder, lighting, assets. I'll call that scene assets, because then I can put mannequins in there as well. Tabletop. Furniture. Blockout. Hearth colours, the room blockout. Player start. Furniture blockout. Why isn't okay, so there's the hearth. Look at the box cutter, the hearth cutter. Do I just copy that and then hearth surround. Put that back to additive. I mean, that doesn't need to be thick at all. X. Should have only done that 90. X. I guess I can double as the mantelpiece and then the roof of that as well. Why not? this song? Royally 3 music, eh? I mean, that looks like an old piece. Okay, and I'm wondering about stairs. Looks like it'd be good to get them in place. So I think I do want to be able to go into Fitz's room as well. That'd be good. Even just from an animation perspective, to have maybe the camera come up the spiral staircase before entering the room. Struggling with this. Right. I think that's correct. Could a character walk up them though? That's the question. Okay, yeah, I think. Why row boat? This. I can only apologise. There we go. Just a bit of. I have to put something different on. See, this is why it's important to have the mannequin. Sides. Just the purpose of this. It can be like that. Outer radius 280. No. Oh, that's 280. Set height. radius. Z height. See, this is like, would he be able to get up through? I think I need to change some of those settings. Basically, that went like a bit of a stoop. Put his head in the wall, and then realistically you'd stoop. And then if I want to, if I do want to walk through this in VR, I'm going to need it to clear the head. Let me just go with this for now. Should have thought about this. So, step height. Step thickness. And radius. I've been into these towers before, and they're not that nice to walk up. Steps per 360. Okay, that seems better. Okay, that seems more reasonable. Slope ceiling, slope floor, what do these do as work? That look better. Definitely looks better. I think we also need an odd number of stairs per 360. don't want a double stair like that. Number of steps. Oh, right, okay. So I'm doing 21 steps in a 360, and this has 21 steps. Right, no. Right, okay, that makes sense. Snapping up. Although you still get a double step. Maybe I'll put that to 20. There's probably some math here that I'm just really not getting in my head, but it's not my forte. Maybe I do want a double step, just because it'll be so much easier. Oh, that's close. You know what? Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to have a double step. Don't hate me. But then even that doesn't, that's clipping. Let's make this really tall. Number of steps per 360. 50. That's 50 steps. No, that doesn't look right. Step height. Number of steps per 360. Oh, but then I can do number of steps higher. So I could do 20 steps in a 360. But then there's 100 steps. So then right, okay. Learn something new every day. Okay. Step height. Perfect. Alright. So now, I've got a cylinder in. Make it hollow. Sides 32. Go into top mode. Outer radius. Oh, don't do this to me. I thought I had this. Right. Step height, 25. Oh, dude. There we go. Alright, that is going to have to do. Because now, with this one, I don't want it to be hollow, and then the outer radius. I'm gonna have to cut these out, obviously. So that's the door. Door cutter. Maybe I need to delete the door cutter and put it back in again. Sorry about that, someone just came to the door. Right. Okay. So I feel like this, I could just stick a block out kind of brush. That's additive. Oh, that's the door. So I've had to duplicate so it's in the hierarchy. That's a good place for the door to go, maybe, into that gap when it opens. It needs to be a bit taller now, though. Nice. I mean, it's going to be a squish, but I guess that's the whole point. I guess I'll need to cut that out, but it's going to be quite difficult to do. Just go down here. This inner cylinder needs to move slightly. This is a good amount of stairs, though. These are my way. Just gonna put some very basic beakers, beaker sizes, like beaker sort of stuff down. Random implements. Add anything to it though, do they? No. See, I don't want to stop peppering the scene with like little bits. Like I kind of. This blockout's been informative, but not the most interested to actually do. Jingle Bells piano version. This isn't what I signed up for. Yeah, a bit of lo-fi. Swap to this. Okay, so this 4-poster bed. Is that what a 4-poster bed looks like? I'm not medieval. Sure, that is what this what it looks like. Although it has a backboard and obviously you can go under it. How deep is a mattress? 8 to 12 inches. How many cm is 12 inches? 30. And that's at the, at the top end. Because you can have the bed frame around it, but then reset these. How tall are these? 220. So it's 2 meters. This is the worst 4-poster bed in the world, but again, it's a blockout. I'm just not used to doing them because I like to just go in and get it done, you know. But that's what leads me to failure, I think. It's good to block out your levels first. I mean, I'm supposed to be rugs all over the floor. I'm not going to dick around with them. Maybe. Where's this? many is several? Just 3 or more. English is stupid. So I'll go for 5. Well, it's quite a big room though, isn't it? So maybe like this. It's annoying me that there's not in the center. Nice. I'm just going to select everything and move it over. Then this is obviously going to have, I'm going to need something that you can lower the lamps with over here. But then if this is unseen, just get to his height. I think those lamps seem quite low. Which means these need to be taller. The west wall.
That's 3 times the size. If his room up in the tower is 3 times the size of Fitz's room. Ooh, 666. Well, by 500. I suppose that makes sense. No, actually, that line. Well, did I say almost or easily? 3 times the size. I don't think Fitz's room's that small. I mean, maybe. You have the bed, a trunk, and a hearth. You have the bed and the trunk, the hearth. And a window looking out. I feel like the window would be on this side.
difficult. It says easily 3 times, but I'm gonna go a bit bigger. Good, thanks for ZB4R2I. Thanks for stopping by. How are you? It's probably easier than just typing back to you. I think that looks about right. Tall. Back to 180. Yeah, I'll be saving it and posting it onto my channel yet. It may not be immediately available, just there's sometimes a delay and stuff, but yeah,
I'll be archiving it onto my channel. Obviously I'll monitor all the comments and stuff, so if anyone's got any questions after it's live, let's go back. The neatest, but fine. And that should be fine. I'll play from here. It's feels like quite a claustrophobic room, but there's a bit of a gap. Doesn't really matter too much. And go up the stairs. The main room. Then a tall window. It's a tall window with poorly fitting shutters. Well, I said at the start of the stream, ironically when there wasn't really anyone here, I don't want to make it in Blender just because I'd have to make it in Unreal again anyway. Cause eventually I want to try getting into VR because I've got a Oculus Quest. Thought it'd be quite good if I could. The reason I'm building it in Unreal is so I can try and like play through it and get like real-time cinematics, and potentially look at it in my VR headset. So if I built it all in Blender, I'd have to bring it all over anyway, and then as you can see, like this way I can click play, just make sure that the size and the space of everything's okay.
you can obviously fly around inside Blender using like WASD and stuff, but I just think that it's just a bit easier to it'd be easier to block it out in Blender, but it wouldn't be easier to sort of like start and play test it and like get a feel for the space and stuff. So that's why I've done it this way. Tall window. I've lost it. I've lost it. I think the problem with these brushes. It's very easy to lose them. Music has stopped. There we go. It's a bit too small now. Thank you. Hopefully it'll look cool and play quite cool as well. So this Blockout, I've not really ever done blockouts like this before in Unreal. It's quite a time-consuming process, but glad I'm doing it because it is helping me kind of like plot out the space a bit better. Especially having the mannequin in gives me a good like sizing. I'm gonna have to put something nice to look at on over there, aren't I? Just in the distance, like a mountain or something. I'm not quite sure what the view out of this window is. This is a door out into a corridor. go out that way. It's just good to know the sort of space. Because I think I need to make his room just a little bit bigger. I do wonder, I could put my headset on and see it kind of in VR now, but I've not actually done that before, so I don't know how easy it is and how it works. Brush 20, this is Fitz. I need to start naming these. Fitz room wall. What type of game you make? It's not necessarily going to be a game. This is a sort of a fan project of there's a series of books by Robin Hobb called like Farseer. So this is more just to kind of like I was really interested in trying to build these two rooms because they're quite prominent in the book. Is where one of the main characters lives, and there's a secret door that goes up to the assassin's quarters up a spiral staircase, which is in here. This is where he like learns to become an assassin, stuff like it's a series of fantasy books. So I wanted to have like interactive elements, but I just wanted more of just a free kind of like downloadable VR experience. Maybe people can just interact with stuff and like go up close and like see this space kind of in virtual reality. So that's where kind of the ideas come from for this. There's gonna be a door there. That's the thing. The hearth could go, the bed could go there, the chest at the end, and the hearth and the wall. It's important to name stuff, because otherwise you just get a bit lost and confused. That's all the bed. What's this box brush? Oh, that's the box brush 2. Should have been doing that as I went, really, but okay, I think I need a quick break to get another drink. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back for just a little bit longer. Okay, just something I want to do actually. I want to make this, turn this window down slightly. Show. Okay, and then I want to make just a very small, I guess just a small version of the bed up here. I could probably just copy it. Is that bed 3? Yeah, name that. I group that together. Why? One group. I feel like I've somehow named that bedpost. This is Fitz room secret door cutter, and that needs to go into Fitz room. Now I've grouped that and view it, yeah. And then I can copy it, bring it down. I guess bed wouldn't be this big. Sorry, kind of pithy. I went to get a quick bite to eat and another drink. I don't think this would be a 4-poster bed, actually. Could be wrong there, though. I don't know why. I don't feel like this would be a 4-poster bed, but I could be wrong. I think it'd still probably be comfy. Trying to find some more music to put on. Lo-fi Christmas beats. Maybe I should have been listening to this. How big would a trunk be? 40. Nice. Probably be a bit bigger than that one. I'd go to the like a trunk. And then there's a fire pit in this room as well. The Fitz hearth. We make this subtractive. That shadow, so what? Yeah, that's just a bit of a shadow, isn't it? Not sure what I think of these lo-fi Christmas beats. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of these Christmas tracks. Trying to make a fireplace, but without going into the wall. I guess the other option is to move the room along. I think the fireplace wouldn't be on the corridor side. Unless this is the corridor side. You wouldn't have a window near the hearth. And then you wouldn't have the window to the corridor. Maybe the window. Maybe that should be cutting out there. Bring the floor over. This is now the corridor on that side. The bed over there. Bed in the trunk. Then you've got the door to the corridor here. And then the hearth here. That seems about right to me, maybe. Maybe half a bit deeper than that. That'll have to do. I can't spend too long on it. I'll fix that and I'll actually make it in Blender. And then it's not as deep as I'd like it to be, but that'll do. Okay, so now I just need to get the door cutter. Secret door cutter. Make a copy of that. Swap it to additive. That's the secret door. Set that back. Oh no. Just so we know it's there, and then that can slide open, revealing the staircase. And then I guess this would be out into the corridor. It's quite a thick door. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to build the light. It might end up making it look ridiculous, but I just want to see. I'm just curious to see how it's going to look. I mean, the only way the light's going to get into this world is through this window, so theoretically, Shade's room is going to be pitch black. Oh. I didn't mark that as movable. Which technically is... Oh, I can't mark that as movable anyway. Maybe I should have just left it open. Yeah, I broke it, didn't I? Went and broke it. This needs to all be pitch black at some point. That's when we actually do a lighting pass. I need to... I was just curious, you know? Let's build that again. Yeah, I mean that's atrocious. I did think it would be, obviously, because it's BSPs and stuff, but it's like this room's way too bright. Right. Anyway, I think that is where I'm going to leave this. I think in terms of blockout, it's quite there. Like, I mean, obviously it's missing kind of like the scroll racks and bookshelves and wine racks and stuff, but so I think that'll be a job for another time. I think I've got the main sort of like elements down just to make sure the space was right. Still feel like Fitz's room is a bit too small, maybe. But then, no, I think that's okay actually. Yeah. Thank you to the 34 people that have tuned in during this. It's been good to have you. It's been nice having a few comments as well. If you know anyone that would enjoy this video, I'm gonna put the live stream kind of archive up on my channel, so that'd be good if you want to direct anyone to that. Obviously you'll be able to scroll back through it just to see how I did certain bits if you were interested in that. But yeah, I mean, not much else to say really. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in a bit. Bye.